Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Thought we'd do something a little different this time. And instead of the art of Warlick, we'll introduce you guys to the garden of Warlick. If I can hold the phone straight. So yeah, about a year ago, we bought a house here in Dallas. And one of my first projects was to try and start a little garden, which quickly got out of hand, as things do with me. If you're gonna do it right. So I went through the trouble of making my own garden bed. I learned how to make my own soil. Started experimenting with plants, growing things from seed. Learned a lot last year. And this year we did quite a bit. This year we grew a whole bunch of nightshades, a bunch of tomatoes, sunflowers, some blue salvia on top of the food crops we bought. So we grew a lot. I got a thing for sunflowers, being a sun worshiper. Sunflowers are a good pick. Blue salvia to go in the front yard, along with the blue bonnets and Liatris / blazing star that I will show you. These are all the potted plants. But the real fun has been over here in the garden. This is kind of the leftovers from the winter garden. You can see we got some brassicas here. We've got, I think that's kale. Got some mustard greens chilling. This is a big kale plant we have, a whole bunch of lettuce that we take from as we eat it. We've also got some Brussels sprouts and some cabbage growing back here, which is super fun. And then getting ready for summer, we've got our tomatoes over here. We got some tomatoes back here. We got some little cucumbers and what are they called? Zucchinis growing back here, ready to trellis. Got a couple sunflowers in the back also. This is one of the first things I did last year is I built a sunflower bed back here, and these things got super tall. Squirrels loved them. Thought it might be good for the tomatoes to grow up them later as well. We're also growing some beans over here. We got some beans. They're finally starting to get some legs and grab onto the trellises we got some more tomatoes here. Forget what kind he is. I think that's a spoon. But we've got some beef eaters, some spoons, some Saint something that I can't remember. Here's another Brussels sprout we're growing. Also started a new bed here, so this will be next season's bed. As you can tell, we've put a bunch of underneath this cardboard is logs and twigs from the neighborhood, a bunch of mulch, some leaves, cardboard on top, and then I just threw some clover seed on top to try to grow a ground cover. We'll put some compost and soil on that next winter, and that'll be bed 2.0 to compete with bed 1.0 over here. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We started an herb garden last year as well, which has done gangbusters. We've got some common sage. We've got some catnip for our cat friends. That's just a volunteer succulent. We've got some bee balm as well. We got some rue growing, which actually survived the 2 freezes, so good for them. Thai basil, because we eat a lot of Thai basil in pho. That's a big thing. Those did not survive. We had to replant those. I got one this year that I can bring in when it freezes down the road. Mexican tarragon is blowing up over here. Look at this stuff. We also planted some basil here. Our basil died. Basils don't survive Texas winters, so we're just gonna have to replant that every year. This is actually one that I had inside, like this one, over the winter, so I'm hoping that'll give us a good head start. You know what? I don't know what. Oh, this is new. This is something Mage bought at a local shop not too long ago. Unfortunately, the identifier has already rubbed off the stick. I think it's cilantro. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask. And then of course a rosemary bush. Little bitty tiny rosemary bush that will hopefully get bigger as we go. We got a couple more herbs here. Moonflower, growing that for the fiance. She really likes moonflowers. We got some no, those aren't begonias. Azaleas? What are these? What are these things? They are hydrangeas. I'm sorry. We got some hydrangeas also. Trying to get those healthy before we send them out. This guy flowered and died when I planted him in the pot, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll see. I've also spent quite a bit of time in the front yard, which is like your normal, boring suburban lawn with a sprinkler system, which is kind of nice. I sheet mulched about half of the front yard. I'll put some time-lapse video here of me doing that you can check out. And then over this past weekend, I planted out around 30 bluebonnets that I grew from seed and about 30 liatris bulbs that I had to buy because my growing blazing star from seed didn't really work out. I think I had 2 actually germinated and sprouted. They need cold stratification and a bunch of stuff, so it was hit or miss with those. So here's our kind of boring lawn, which I have sheet mulched to perfection here. Put this down about 6 months ago. Everything under it's nice and dead. It's hard to tell, but it's planted out as well. So back here, everywhere that there is one of these river rocks, here, like over here, everywhere that there is a river rock, there is a liatris bulb. We've got about 27 of those. And then, oh yeah, I had to put these green flags down because they keep coming and fucking with the sewer, fucking up all my shit. So these are our tiny bluebonnets that we planted. These little tiny guys. So I grew these all from seed. I'm trying to find a big one. Get a little stunted when you put them in the ground. But those are my bluebonnets that I planted. And they'll root over the spring and summer, and then they'll go dormant for winter. And then next spring, they'll look like this. This is a single plant that I planted last year at about the same time. Actually, I planted both of those. I planted this guy and this guy about a year ago. I think this guy gets more water, which is why he's so much bigger. He probably gets a little more sun too. Oh, and also here's Fathead. He's my stray boy. We're gonna call him Jabba. He got fat cheeks from being all ramped up on testosterone. But he just hangs out with me. He's our chill outside cat. He's very friendly, as you can see. So yeah, this is what I've been doing with most of my spare time that's not making art or working, and that's making food. Needless to say, I've become quite the amateur gardener in the last year. It's really fun. I feel called to it. So, you know, we'll see what we make of that as we go. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick little impromptu update that I didn't have to edit, that I could just film and throw some time lapse over, and we can chill. So we'll leave you guys with a shot from my new happy space. This is where I hang out in the shade now that the roof of the patio has also been fixed and doesn't leak. You can get back here and chill. Hope you guys enjoyed the garden tour. Hopefully I'll be posting more as the season goes and the food grows. Deuces. He's very friendly, as you can see. I gotta get his ear fixed though. He's got this fucked up ear. It's real thick. Yeah. You got an abscess in there, buddy. Oh, there it goes. I squirted it open. There it goes. Oh, we got it on camera. You're okay. Come here. It's okay. Come here. I gotta get it again. I know it sucks. Come here. Oh, look at that. Look at all that juice. Come here, Daddy. I know it sucks. Come here. It's okay. I know.